All right, guys, day 5. We're gonna blast your arms and your shoulders. All right, we're gonna start out with dumbbell curls. Both arms at the same time, okay, 20 reps. Set those down, take a very quick break, maybe 10 seconds tops. Let's drop the weight, maybe 5-10 pounds, and then we're gonna go right into alternating, okay? Making sure that we get 10 on each side, 20 total. Okay, and then we're rolling right into your second exercise because we're going back-to-back exercises of your tricep press downs, which we went over last week. Okay, that's the one back-to-back set of 2 different exercises. Then we're going to move on to the next 2 exercises, preacher curls, which is something new. Okay, now you can do preacher curls 2 different ways. I showed you a machine preacher curl. You can also do it on a bench. The important part here is that when you're curling is to keep your elbow on the pad and don't allow your shoulder to move, okay? So you want full extension of the arm. We're trying to target the bottom of the bicep. And when we come up, again, keeping your wrist flat so that that pressure of that weight is going down. Now you're gonna use a curl bar, it's a bent bar, if you're gonna do it on the bench itself. They make a special bench for it, or like I said, the machine that we use is already set up to do that. And so coming up, squeezing at the top, back down. Okay, that's what that's gonna look like. We're gonna do back-to-back exercises with tricep dips, hanging ones again, okay? And we're going to failure on each one of those sets of the tricep dips. Moving on to the next set, we're doing shoulder press and laterals. So this is gonna be a tough one because on the shoulder press, we're doing 3 sets to failure for 1 set before we move on to the laterals, which we're actually going to do 2 back-to-back exercises. We're doing straight arm laterals, okay? Remember on the straight arm, we're going to bend that wrist, okay? So that you're putting all the pressure right at the base of your deltoid. And then for the last 15, we're going to use the same weight, but now we're going to bend the elbows and we're going to bring that weight from the insertion of the deltoid up to the top of the muscle belly. So then it's going to look more like this. This is going to be a hard one, going back to back to back on the shoulder press with 10 seconds rest, and then moving right into the laterals where you're doing straight arm and then bent arm, okay? So that's going to be a tough one. You're going to be screaming by the end of that, and then we're going to finish off. The last exercise all by itself is going to be the upright rows, and we're going to use a cable if you have one, okay? Because what that does is it keeps the tension on your traps as opposed to weight where you can swing a little bit more. So it's going to look like coming up to about here. You're only pulling with your elbows, remember, your hands are just hooks, and you're gonna let that tension of that cable pull on your traps back here. So you're gonna feel the traps, and you're gonna also feel your shoulder blades that are gonna rotate down here. So I can't really point to it, but on the back, you're gonna feel your lower traps as well as that pinches together. So I hope that helps today. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.